doing well. We're going to be doing a Eldoa class, and in English they call it loads, which is longitudinal decoaptation stretching. So basically between your vertebrae you have a disc, and we're going to anchor one vertebra below and lift the top vertebra up using myofascial tensions in our body it's fascia that's wrapped around your muscles. And we're going to begin right away. So I'll just set this pelvis over here for now. I should mention my name is Pam, and I do an Eldoa class usually at Carleton University on Wednesdays. But we should always start warming up first. So normally we'll do a massage with the yoga tune-up ball. So if you have that, please massage anywhere your body is tight. And if you don't have that, a foam roller is excellent as well. You can just roll on your spine to loosen up, roll on your outer thighs, whatever you feel is tight. But today I'm not going to be using any of the self-massage because we have a lot to do in this 30-minute class. But we are going to start warming up. So let's place our feet together. You'll need your mat, obviously, and if you have a strap, that'd be awesome. Okay, so let's begin. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to round forward and gently stretch. Drop your head, release your neck. You can gently move inside the stretch, sway side to side, whatever feels good. Stack your bones, one on top of the other. Inhale, grow tall. You hold your outer thighs. So from the side, your spine is lifted. You're going to contract and try to stretch out that lower back. So as you go down, you breathe out. All the way down if you like. Inhale, stay. Exhale, you roll it forward. Open up your knees and gently stretch. Breathe into your back lungs again. You can wiggle around if it feels good on your spine. Just sway side to side and roll all the way up. Grow tall. Inhale. Scoop that belly in. Roll back. Exhale. Inhale, stay. And exhale, you roll it forward. Open up those knees and gently stretch forward. Again, swaying side to side. If you sway a little further over to your right, lift your left shoulder up. Inhale, exhale, forward. Over to the left, lift your right shoulder up. You'll feel that stretch down the side of your back, and exhale, melt. Excellent. So you're going to lie down on your back, pull your knees into your chest, and give yourself a little hug. And rock side to side, just releasing any tension in your back. Make sure you deep breathe. Place one foot down and then the other. So we're going to start with a nice deep breath into the lungs. Inhale. And exhale fully. Allow those ribs to drop down. Just going to move my little guy here out of the way. And again, so we'll do a inhale, expanding the ribs. And exhale fully. We're going to arch the back, tailbone down, creates a little arch. Exhale, you're going to curl your tailbone, hollow out your abs in. Inhale, you arch. Exhale, you curl. So you're curling your tailbone to your legs, you feel your low back lengthen. 2 more times. Inhale, arch. Exhale, you curl. Last one, big inhale. And exhale, you curl. Gently take your knees over to the left. Allow your spine to twist. Pause here, inhale. On your exhale, you turn back. Over to the other side, breathe in. Exhale, return. One more time, inhale. And full exhale. Good. Finish on the opposite side you started on, and on your exhale, you return. Getting back to your center. Whenever you move, always move without pain, okay? So you want to make sure that whatever range you're doing this in, you are doing it in a range that feels good on your body, doesn't hurt. Okay, so we're going to start with the leg. So we're going to lift our right knee up, and we're just going to warm up the hip joint by turning out and lift. The knee comes in, open out to the side. Breathe. One more. Good, other leg. Knee comes up, rotate out. If you get a lot of popping or snapping, you're going to take a smaller range. Eventually that can get better over time with exercises that you can do to help decoapt or decompress the joint. Good, so when you finish that, we're going to work on our leg rotation, so knee up, extend as best you can. If you have a tight hamstring, you keep your knee bent. So extend your leg. If you can, we're going to turn out the thigh so the knee points out and then turn in your thigh. External rotation of your thigh right at the top of the hip, internal rotation. One more time, breathe out. Inhale and exhale as you want and turn in. When your leg is straight, flex your ankle. And I want you to think of turning your leg in. So this beautiful mural here is of a beautiful beach. So imagine you're turning your knee towards the mural, away from me. Instead of pointing your foot, flex your ankle and feel the outside of your heel pressing up, and gentle here because you're just warming up. Feel that nice stretch. This is the position of your leg when you're doing an Eldoa with your knees straight. Your leg is turned in. You're flexing your ankle and you're pressing the outside of your heel up. It's the opposite. When your knee is bent, you're going to flex your ankle, which is the same thing, but you're going to turn your foot the opposite way. So instead of turning it in towards the mural, you're turning it away from the mural towards the camera. Turn out your knee, keeping that position. Try to grab your heel and push your knee out. So this will be the position you'll be in for when the knees are bent. I'll talk you through it, don't worry, you don't have to memorize anything. Release, let's try that on the other side. Extend your left leg long, all the way up, turn out. Relax your ankle, you don't have to point, turn in. So you may have more range than I do. I have a lot of range externally rotating my leg as I was a dancer, and not a lot of range internally. So I do my best, I get to my full range both ways. Then I'm going to flex the ankle joint, pull the toes down, turn the knee in, turn your toes away from the mural towards your TV, pull your toes down and press the outside of your heel up. Feel that stretch. Again, some of you may have a bent knee if you're tight. Just do your best. Whatever sensation you're feeling, it's in the back of your calf on the side or in the hamstring. It may even be in the bottom of your foot because there's fascia here as well. When the knee is bent, you're still flexing the ankle, so dorsiflexion, but instead of turning your foot in, you're turning your foot out. The baby toe is trying to go to the outside of your knee. Maintain that foot position in the ankle and push your knee out to the side so you're really turned out. So my foot is not sickled this way, it's the opposite. It's pulling the baby toe to the outer knee. And you really want to feel that stretch for a second and release. To warm up our shoulders, we're going to lie on our side. Rest your head on your arm, or if you have a yoga block or pillows, you can use pillows. We're going to take that arm and turn the arm bone out. So it's right from the top of the shoulder. Externally rotate your arm. You're going to open up your chest, look behind you, and open up that arm. Circle forward, inhale. Exhale, open up. So you want to see what's happening, what's going on in your shoulders. Maybe watching a lot of Netflix or working from home. Not getting out is what you're used to doing, so you really want to feel that stretch. Now we're going to take the arms straight up. Close your hand into a tight fist and then spread your hand apart like the palm tree behind you. Really open up those fingers. You're going to extend your wrists, you're pulling your fingertips down, and then you're going to turn your upper arm bone in both directions. Internal rotation, external rotation. Internal rotation, one more time, external rotation. The external rotation is where you're going to be all the time in your Eldoa, so you really want to feel what that feels like to turn that upper arm bone out. Bring your fingertips down, it's like a little swan looking around. Do the same thing with the top of the arm. And then circle your shoulder blade around your ribs nice and freely. And then let's flip over to the other side. So I will be doing this with my back towards you so you can see what's happening from behind. We're going to start with the arm turned out, external rotation. Turn your chest towards the sky. I should be able to see you looking at me now. And then reach all the way around. Inhale. Exhale, you open up. Breathe in one more time. And exhale. Hold this position and find a spot, an angle of your arm that gives your chest the best stretch, and breathe. That's it. Arm goes up. Remember, the shoulder blade is the joint for the arm, so you keep that shoulder blade down. Tighten your hand into a tight little fist. Extend your hand. Extend your wrist. And then turn the arm bone. Right at the top of the shoulder. Turn. Good. And then fingertips the other way, looking around, stretching out the wrist. And then just relax and circle the shoulder blade around your ribs as if you're circling a clock other direction. Good. So in Eldoa, you will want to have your spine one flat line. So no curves. Like we naturally have curves in our spine. The neck is slightly an extension. The upper back likes to slightly round, and the low back is an arched position. In the Eldoa, we need to have a fully straight spine. So you're gonna have, if you have a tight lower back, you're gonna have to work on tightening in those low abs, which is what we're gonna start first. So that'll be our first exercise. We're gonna lie down, and our focus is gonna be on those low abs pulling in. So the same action you did at the beginning of the class, you exhale, and you pull in those abs, pulling up through the pubic bone, right up into your belly button, ribs drop. You do that action, but you're holding your knees with your hands. So your hands are cupped over your knees. Your thighs are away from your chest. On your exhale, you're going to think about your knees going straight up. So exhale, draw those abs in. Feel those abs pull in and release. You'll feel a change in your pelvis. Your pelvis, your hips are going to curl. The low back will imprint. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale, contract. Inhale, release. Exhale, contract. Feel that low back lengthening. Notice my legs are not moving into my chest at all. Exhale, contract. Inhale, release. And contract and hold. Hold those abs in for 5. Tighten more. 4. Increase the intensity. More contraction. Hold it. Keep getting little puffs of air in. Contract harder. Maintain, and gentle release. Put your feet down on the floor and just relax. So the contraction in that low belly is going to flatten the lumbar spine. Coming up, we're going to flip over into our child's pose. Just relax your back. Nice deep breath here, releasing your spine, breathing into your back lungs. So another area that's difficult for people is to flatten their upper thoracic spine, especially if they have something we call kyphosis. It's when your back overly rounds. So over time, we can correct that with the Eldoa. So that's good news. We're going to lie down on our belly, and we're going to place our hands overlap, and our forehead comes down onto our hands. So I'd like you to watch it once. So I'm just going to turn my mat a little bit to the side here so you can really see my back. So normally this part here is rounded, right? And we lift ourselves up from the lower back a lot. What I want you to do is take a breath in, sink yourself right down, try to flatten out, squeeze your glutes, and then try to bend just the top part of your spine up. So you're only bending at the top, not here at the bottom. Okay, so focusing on tightening those abs. Let's give it a go again. Inhale. You're up, exhale, sink down. flat and long, and then just tip up the top of your spine. It's hardly lifting very much. Your hands have come off the floor. Inhale, lower. Exhale, first thing, sink. Dive deep into the mat, and bend just the tip top of your spine. Feel those upper back muscles. Tighten your glutes. And one more. Inhale, relax. Exhale, sink down before you come up and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, bring your hands by your shoulders, fingertips on your shoulders, pull your shoulder blades down. Go into your mid-back strength, low back strength. Squeeze your glutes. Take your hands by onto your mat if you can. Go all the way up and just gently stretch those abs. Neck is relaxed, shoulders are down. And coming back down nice and slow. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slide those shoulders away from your ears. And then start to arch upward. Feel the back strength. Come all the way up to here. And nice and released in the neck. Coming back down. Let's do one more child's pose and rest. When you're in this position, we're going to tuck our toes under and stretch the bottom of our foot at the same time as we stretch our back. Deep breathe. And now we're going to actually do a little bit of a shoulder blade movement. So if you have tight hips, you may want to sit up on a block or a little bench if you have it. Whatever will be comfortable for you. I'm actually not that tight, so I'm just going to sit up on a very small little pad. And these are gardening pads, so if you have those, you can go grab them from your garage. It's going to be gardening time soon anyway. You can use those to sit down on. So from here, what we're going to do is just find out what our shoulder blades feel like when they move. So reach the arms forward. Reach the right arm forward, and then the left. Try to keep your body still, so I'm not twisting my ribs around. Reach the right arm forward, then the left. Slowly reaching towards the floor in a diagonal. Breathe. Feel those shoulder blades gliding on the back of your ribs. And up. If your shoulders are healthy, start to do that reaching up. Pull those abs in so I'm not sticking my chest out. Tighten those abs, reach up. Reach up, reach up, back down, reach. One shoulder blade, then the other. So one's pinching behind, the other one reaches forward. You can feel that glide of your shoulder blades along your ribs. That's it, one more time up. Feel the shoulder blades moving on the ribs. And this feels really good if you've had your arms down a lot, really reaching those arms up. Let's actually hold this now. Lift the right arm up, reach, reach, reach. Release, other arm reaches really high. Good, both arms reaching, pull those abs in so you're not sticking your ribs out at all. And open up those arms if you can behind you, sliding those shoulder blades into deep pockets. Good, hands on your knees. We're gonna take our head to the right. Gently stretch out your neck. Let your shoulder drop. So if you were mirroring me, your head is going to your left. But if you're doing it exactly what I'm saying, it's your right ear to your right shoulder, and then do it on the other side. It's not too complicated. You got only one head, so you can do it either side first. It doesn't matter. Feel that nice stretch. Bring it down. Release any tension in the back of your neck. And roll it back up. So when we're doing the Eldoa, the whole spine, like I said, has to be straight. So it's really useful to use a wall if you have it. So let's go ahead and I'll come to a wall just to see what, to demonstrate what I mean. Once I'm at the wall, I want my whole spine against the wall as best as possible. So that includes the back of my neck. So I'm going to take the back of my neck and try to lengthen it. So it's as if I'm being pulled up by the scruff of my neck and I'm looking down and my whole spine is trying to be flat against the wall. Release. Try it again. Inhale. Exhale. Long spine. Feel what that feels like. I feel certain muscles having to work, other muscles having to lengthen. Keep looking down, that'll help, and release. So we're gonna be doing that. Our first Eldoa today is for our neck. And what we're gonna do is, it's called C4, C5. So it's in the middle of your neck. And I'll be putting you into a posture. So once you have each part of the posture that you're gonna be holding, you try to hold it without looking at the TV, and try to do it at the end of your day eventually, and go right into bed so that the adjustment lasts for the whole time you're sleeping. As soon as we stand up, gravity will start to push us back down. Okay, so we're gonna start with C4, C5. Lying down on your back. Okay, so beginners, you keep your feet down on the floor, but make sure your low back is imprinted onto the mat. Lengthen the back of your neck. So you're looking down, just like you did on the wall, you flatten your neck. Raise the arms to the ceiling. You want your arms perpendicular to the floor. So not too far over and not too far down, right perpendicular. Externally rotate your arms. You can see where you take blood. Turn out those arms right from the top of the shoulder. Extend your fingers and your wrists like we've practiced. Press the heel of your hand up towards the ceiling. Feel those shoulder blades glide apart. Keep the chin down. If you're more advanced, try to get your thighs into your chest. You're like a little dead cockroach. Curl your tailbone in. Press those heels of your hands up. Let's hold it here. Do not look anywhere now but down. Maintain it. Breathe. Pull the fingertips down. Press the heels of your hands up. Shaking is normal. Tighten up that belly. Try to lengthen the back of your neck for 5, 4, tighten up that belly, 3, reach more, 2, 1, and release. Whew, good. So the intensity you can build up to. So start with 30% intensity, 40, 50, 60, and when you start to feel really comfortable with it, you can go up to like a good maximal effort. The next one we're going to do is, because we're all hunched up out of stress, we're going to do C6, C7. You want to pull the shoulder blades away from your ears. So instead of shrugging, you de-shrug. You slide your shoulders away from your ears. You lengthen the back of your neck. So I can't really look at the camera while I'm doing it. If I'm going to show you properly, my chin is down, shoulder blades away from my ears. I turn out my arms. I extend my fingers and my wrists so the fingertips are pointed down. I push the shoulders away from the ears. So it's the heel of my hands pushing towards that wall in front of me. I keep this position as I try to bring my legs up, but if I lose the position of my neck, keep your feet down. So keep the chin in. Pull those thighs in if you can. Tuck the tailbone up, abs in. Keep reaching. Pull those shoulders away, thighs right into your chest. Breathe. Keep going, you guys. Slide those shoulders away from your ears. Look down. Keep it going. Curl the tailbone up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently release the arms and the legs. And stretch out your legs and relax your hips for a second. You might feel that here in the front of your hip. Whew. So again, I'm not timing it perfectly for this class. I really just want you to learn some of these postures. But then after you've learned them, you could actually put a timer on for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and work your way up to a minute. So if you can get up to a minute, that's plenty for each posture. Swing up to sitting. We're going to do one for the mid-back. It's called T6, T7. So I like using the wall as a reference. You're not really supposed to, but for now, you're going to use the wall. And if you can, you're going to cross your legs in. If you have sore knees, you can keep your legs out, but just try to keep them turned out. Don't have them up. Okay, so once you've got your back right up against the wall, including your hips, roll your spine up that wall so your back is nice and long and flat. The back of your head, not your forehead, the back of your head is reaching straight up. Turn out your arms in front of you. Keep those shoulders rolled open as your fingertips come to touch. Swing the arms over your head. Pull yourself up. Chin down. So press your thighs to the floor, reaching up. Really try to get some space between those joints. Try to get nice and long. If you feel like you're leaning to one side or the other side, feel the weight on your sits bones so that they're equal. So your bum, the weight on your bum is not too much on the right or left. Fingertips are going right through the ceiling. Reach up. Keep going for 5 more. 4, pull those ribs right in, reach up. 3, don't look at me if you can help it. 2, reach, 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 push those thighs down and gently release. Good. If I sound like I'm being really intense, it's because you really are trying to get your maximum eccentric contraction, trying to pull yourself apart. So I'm going to my maximum intensity. It can be hard if you're used to just sort of relaxing on a couch these days, watching our usual stuff, Netflix and all that. So you notice that I swung myself onto the mat, onto my back, and I have my legs up the wall. If anything, just even doing this will help relax your back a little bit. Okay, if you have space, you can open up your knees and just get yourself into a nice little inner thigh stretch here for a second. The next one we're going to be doing is an Eldoa for your lower back, right where the sacrum, which is the base of your hip bone there, and L5, the bottom of your lower back. There's a disc between your sacrum and that L5, which I showed you in the pelvis. So that's what we're going to do. It's called L5S1. We're going to extend our legs up towards the ceiling. You're going to try to get your bum, your sit bones, right to the wall. If you're very tight though, you might have to move away a little bit. You do not want to be in this curled position of your pelvis. You want to be dropped right down. Okay, we want to turn the legs. If they're turned out like this, you want to slowly rotate your legs in, flex your ankles. Pull the toes down as you press the outside of your heel up. Your knees are straight. Okay, so you really got your legs turned in. Drop your tailbone down like it's a heavy, heavy rock. Lengthen the back of your neck. Straighten it out. Your eye gaze is down as if something just flew down your top and you're trying to check out what it is. Arms reach up, you're turning your arms, right? Externally rotating the upper arm bone. Extend your fingers and your wrists. You're used to this now, you've done it a few times, thighs turned in. Do not lose anything that I've given you to do. Bring your arms over if you can, and your arms are healthy, right in line with your ears. Maintain this position. So one arm might be higher than the other because of some fascial issue or some injury. Do your best, but listen to your tissue. Push those heels of your hands to the wall behind you. Press the outside of your heels up. Pull those big toes down. Drop your tailbone. Long, flat spine, long arms, long legs. Let's hold it here. For 5, drop your chest down. 4, tailbone down. 3, back of your neck flat. 4, maximize everything. Really flex those ankles. Feel the muscles working in your quad. And release those arms. Relax your legs. And just gently circle out your ankles. You might have felt that a lot here in the front of your shin. Just gently circle it out. Bend your knees and roll over. Good, so I'm just going to quickly check on the time. So we've done about 30 minutes. So I would suggest afterwards you can just lie down and take a break. Just allow your body to regulate itself again if your heart rate's gone up. And because it is fascia work, sometimes it will feel like you're slightly off balance, but that'll go away pretty quickly. So thanks for joining me, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you guys soon. Bye.